Hi there, I'm Lisa Walton, and today I'm going to play around with a couple of little Japanese images to create a simple little collage. I hope you enjoy it. First up, I'm just going to draw some squares using a template. This is cold pressed watercolour paper, so it has a little bit of a texture to it. This is some beautiful Japanese rice paper that I bought in Japan fairly cheaply, and there's heaps and heaps of it. So I'm just going to tear out a page. It's actually doubled so I can open it up, and then I'm just going to tear it up into little pieces and stick it down with a gel medium into the little squares. All the writing on this lovely paper is in an ink which doesn't seem to run, which is really good. I let the glue dry completely, and now I'm just going to paint over it with acrylic paint. This paint's actually opaque, so now I'm going to water it down lots so that I can still see the writing underneath. This is a little thermofax screen or silk screen which I have made using one of my photos which I've digitally played with, and it's just creating a nice little image on my little squares. I have two of these designs that I'm going to be using today. I've just tested both the screens on a piece of scrap paper from an old book. They come out quite nicely. Some are better than others. I'm using a lighter colour just by adding a bit of white to it, just for a bit of difference. I think I prefer this one. Again, I've left this to dry completely, and now I'm using a little stamp which I designed for a company called Art Foamies a few years ago. It's not available anymore, but it was based on one of the millions of family crests. Now for a bit of outlining with a Posca pen. This is the 3mm size in white. I like giving things a bit of an outline just to make them pop a bit more. And now a grey marker to outline the stamps. I used a slightly darker shade to outline the flowers, and I think it might have been a mistake. Finally, out comes the paints again, and I'm just creating a sort of basket weave pattern. And I think I'm going to call that done. I've trimmed them this time because they weren't very neat, and just testing to see if they could be better as cards or maybe framed. Who knows? But they were fun to make and a good activity for a wet day. Thanks for watching.